Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be building a nightstand slash end table, so stick around and see how it's done. For this project, we're going to use another one of those pre-glued panels like we used in the last video. This time, you're going to want the 3/4 by 24 inch by 72 inch panel. Additionally, we're going to use this teak panel I found at Lowe's. The dimensions are 1 by 24 by 24. This was a new item I found at my Lowe's, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to find it at yours, but it's worth looking around. And lastly, we're using a storage cube, which you can pick up at any big box store. The dimensions are 12 3/4 by 15 by 12 3/4. And this is important because the storage cube is what determines the size of your stand. To get started, we're first going to measure out the top of the stand. The dimensions are going to be 16 1/4 by 17. Place a mark on each end of the board at the 16 1/4 mark. Then, using a yard or meter stick, draw a line connecting the two. Now measure from the other side of the board to create an intersect. This time you're going to want to measure 17 inches. And just as before, you'll do this on either side of the board and then draw a line connecting the two marks. And now using the table saw, we're going to cut along those two lines we just created. Alright folks, now that we've completed the top surface, we'll go ahead and move on to the sides and the back. Now we're working on the 72 inch long pine panel. The width is 23 1/4, which is perfect for the height of the stand, and it means less cutting for us. So to create the sides, we're going to measure 16 inches along the 72 inch length. Again, we're going to measure on both sides and draw a line connecting the two marks. To get a straight cut with your circular saw, you can use a meter stick clamped down to the board to act as a fence. You're going to repeat this same process a second time to create the other side of the stand. So when you're done, you should have two panels that are 16 by 23 1/4. To create the back, it's going to be the same process once again. The only difference is this time you're going to measure 14 inches instead of 16. So when you're done, that panel is going to be 14 by 23 1/4. Next, we're going to need to create the bottom of the stand. The dimensions for this is going to be 14 by 15 1/4. Just like we did with the top piece that we created, we're going to want to create an intersect here. So to do that, measure up from the bottom 15 1/4 inches, and then you're going to measure across in the opposite direction 14 inches. Again, you'll draw across the entire board from one mark to the other, and that's going to create your intersect. Now you'll see we've created 4 squares. The one closest to the camera is going to be the 14 by 15 1/4 panel that we're going to need for the bottom. And now we're just going to cut along those two lines with our table saw. And last, we're just going to take the final piece of wood we have left over, and we're going to size it to 14 inches wide, and this is going to be used as a shelf. I decided to use my router to round off the tabletop, so if you have that available to you, go for it. Alright, and we're finally ready to assemble this thing. We're going to start by gluing the bottom to the side piece. It's always a good idea to use clamps when using the wood glue. This puts a lot of pressure on that and helps it really bond together. And here I'm using a brad nailer to hold it together. In addition to the glue. If you have that, go for it. If not, you can use a hammer and nails, or you can use screws. Once you've done the same with the other side, go ahead and assemble the bottom. Now we can add the shelf that we made out of that leftover wood. You're just going to add some glue to the sides and clamp it down, as you can see here. You can put the shelf anywhere you want, really. It doesn't really matter. Once you do get it in there, you need to measure it though, like you see I'm doing here, measuring from the top. And then you're going to use the other piece of leftover wood you have to create a back space for it. And to do that, you're going to make it 14 inches wide, and then whatever depth from the top you put the shelf. And we're almost finished. Last thing left to do is put some glue around the edge, and then we're going to put the top on. And that's all there is to it. Once everything's dry, you can go ahead and apply some mineral oil to it, and you get a beautiful shine on that teak wood. This is probably one of the best parts of finishing any project, is rubbing on the oil and seeing it shine. Alright everybody, that wraps up the end of this video and this project, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something and you're willing to go out and try this. That's what this is all about, is just showing you that it's not that difficult and you can do it as long as you give it a shot. This project all in, I think, was around $40. That one long piece of wood, the 6-foot board, that was 20 bucks, and then the teak top was the more expensive one, and that was $30. So I guess all in, you're at 50 bucks, and you get a nice end table or a nightstand, however you plan on using it. And then the cube you'll have to get separately, obviously. You can find these at any big box store, but this was designed to fit that in there, and it makes it really handy, and it makes this whole project simple. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, please, and we'll see you on the next one.